Good morning and welcome to Playing with Planks. I'm Sandy and I'm going to take you through a core workout. And what we'd like to do before we begin is to warm up the wrists and the shoulders because those two joints can take a lot of weight bearing and you want to be careful. So wrist circles are really good. It's also good for the shoulders to do what I call pull and press. You'll pull your hands apart as you press your elbows together. You want to do maybe 8 to 10 on each side. Keep the shoulders down and pull and press at the same time. And then switch your grip and do the other side for 8 to 10. This really warms up the internal workings of the shoulder around the rotator cuff. Okay, and then next you can do what I call a nice press. So the fingers are wide and I'm just going to press down my body, flicking the wrists. It actually feels really good to the hand and the wrist. And then last but not least, you'll take the back of your hand together, bringing the wrists as close as they can be, keeping the shoulders and elbows down. I always have a tendency to wiggle my fingers here for fun. And then I think we're ready. So what I'd like to first do is start on all fours, the quad position, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, and we're just going to rock back and forth, shifting our weight over the hands and over the knees. It gives us a chance to check in with your joints, see if anything's talking to you and needs some attention. And then we'll hold back a moment and then come back up to all fours and we'll inhale, extend, exhale, round and flex. Inhale, extend, exhale, round and flex to get the spine and the core warmed up for work. You may hear some birds and the neighbor's dog barking in the background. So my apologies now. Okay, then we're going to come down to the elbows and be in what's called a modified plank, just to warm up the torso. You want the ear, shoulder, hip, and knee lined up. Abs and buttocks are tight. Push the fists down. Keep the shoulders down. Look down, making sure your neck is long. Keep breathing and squeezing, I say. And then lower down into back extension with support. This is really good for the back to be extended. It opens the front and extends the back. And then we're going to dip our shoulders and look right and left, checking in with the neck and the upper back. And then we're ready for a full prone plank on the toes. So we'll flex the feet, pull in the abdominals, squeeze your seat, and come up into your plank. Again, pushing the fists down, look down, keep squeezing and breathing. And then you're going to pike, 2, 3, 4, and go straight. 2, 3, 4. Pike, 2, 3, 4, and straight. And this is when you want to really pull in the abdominals here and then squeeze your seat here. Do as many as you can. And you want to always be comfortably confident when you're doing these weight-bearing moves because you don't want to strain your back or bother anything. Then come flatter. You can rock your hips to loosen up the back. And then we're going to pull in the abdominals, squeeze your seat, and hover. And it can be good to do a heel flick here. Looking down, nice long neck, strong lats. Breathing and squeezing. And then we'll rest, rock those hips again, come back up into our supported extension for a second plank. And this one's going to be foot lifting. So you're here One foot lifts an inch, and then the other, and then the other. And these are ways to make a plank a little less boring, a little more fun. I usually will do 10 foot lifts, but you could do 20. It can also be in sets to where you do a set of 10, take a break, take some deep breaths, and then do a second set of 10 foot lifts. Then let's go into airplane extension and little circles with the arms. Change direction, always keeping the neck long. And then rest. And let's go into a third different variation of the plank. And this one is good if you're working up to being strong. You always want to listen to your energy level. So you could be up in your plank for whatever count, and then you can put the knees down. Keep holding your plank. Nice straight body. Go back to your toes. And then back to the knees. This way you can pace your strength and energy. You always want a tight abdominals, tight buttocks. For women, I like to say tight tummy, tight tush. And rest, which incidentally is my favorite word. So while we're resting, we take deep breaths, and then we're going to do another variation of the extension. It's really good to alternate planks and extension because the planks work the front and the extension works the back. So this one I call Rocket Man. Your arms are back. You pull in, squeeze your seat, lift up, and then you can pulse the arms, keeping your neck long. Squeezing and breathing. And then it can add a challenge to bring the arms up, thumbs up, and back down. Thumbs down. Thumbs up, overhead, thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. And rest. Feels so good to be strong in the front and back. So let's come up to all fours again. And it can be good to do a relief to the back, a couple cow cats again. And then let's do a full body plank where we're on our toes and hands, straight and strong. And we're going to bring our opposite knee toward the opposite wrist. Keeping the abdominals tight. Tuck it in a little more as that knee comes forward. You want your chest right between your hands. And again, I usually do 10 and then rest and do a child pose. Good. Then we'll come up. We're going to turn ourselves over. And it's not only good to work the abs, but the buttocks. So from here, we'll come up into our bridge, pinching a penny or clenching a penny. And then you can do little foot lifts, staying even, staying tight. Breathing and squeezing. And then rest. And then let's take our right hand behind our head, left hand on the right thigh, and we're curling up. I call this hand slide. This incorporates the obliques. You want your head heavy in your hands. You can do whatever, 8, 10, 12, 20. switch, exhaling up, head heavy in the hand. I like to do this one before we do our side planks because it warms up the obliques. The obliques come across your abdomen and wrap around like an X. So now we'll come over on our side. You can either stack the knees or stack the feet in a flexed position. You'll pull in, squeeze your seat, and lift up, and the arm can rest on your side. It can be extended. Just make sure it's not here. You want to keep the neck long and stay tight through the abdomen and buttocks. And then you can flex the feet if you're feeling strong and energetic and do the full side plank. Make sure your neck stays lined up and you're straight and strong. It can be easier to put the top hand on the bottom. It just reinforces the activation of the core. Because for some reason it seems like the fists can be connected to the belly button. So now let's turn around. That way I can keep facing you. Line everything up, pull everything in, and lift. Staying tight, 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 and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. A lot of times with planks, people forget about the buttocks, but they are a key part of adding support to your plank rather than weighing you down. And then we can also go full flex the feet because that'll reinforce the ankle stability. And you just hold, squeeze, and breathe. Getting stronger. Hand can be anywhere, even here. If you feel some shaking, that's your muscles going, "What are you doing?" So now after side planks, let's go ahead and come back onto all fours. Angle our child pose so we get more stretch here. And switch, and bring the head through the arms. Another variation to that is to be up on the knees, long torso, and slide your hand toward the knee, staying long, bringing your head with you so you get a lateral stretch to the neck, the waist, and the spine. Feels good. And then you can open up with the kneeling back stroke, pinky leading. Watch your hand go around. That way your neck gets a little bit of rotation too. Because during planks, the neck muscles work a lot too to maintain that alignment of the head over the shoulders. So playing with planks is a great way to stay strong because all your muscles have to draw into your structure. You just want to really make sure your alignment's correct and you're engaged so you're protecting your spine and you're supporting your structure. So thank you for playing with planks. Bye-bye.